welcome to Of Swords and Soulmates, a podcast where we read, watch, and discuss romantasy and romance-adjacent stories. I'm one of your hosts, Mari, and with me, as always, I have Kelly.
Hey everyone, it's Kelly. We also have Ashley.
Hey guys, it's Ashley. We also have Jonathan.
What's good, everybody? It's JP.
So today we'll be discussing the movie I Am Dragon. But first, as always, some news. We've got a good bit. We got a good bit of news. So first thing I have is that Books for Days Crate Company is doing a special edition of the Black Dagger Brotherhood series.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of those books. Those are the ones that I'm reading through. Have been reading through since last year. I think I'm on book like 17, maybe 18, like 23, 24.
Dang.
Yeah. They're good books though. It's like paranormal vampires. And it starts off like in the 90s and it's, goes on. So I don't have any of the physical books because I've been listening to them. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll get these special editions. So they're doling them out in 4 book parts. So the first 4 books are available now for pre-order. It's $175. They are very pretty. And then the next 4 books go out. I think they start to be on sale in April, and it goes on like that. And they're set to ship October of this year.
Wow.
Goodness.
Wow. When I was looking at the image for these, I was like, I was like, those look like Mari books.
Yes, through and through. Like bloody and skulls and like daggers and then vampires and stuff. What would ever make you think that's a Mari book? J.R. Ward wrote these. She does a really good job of making strong warrior characters that are also flawed, that are also having to cope with things. And they're also like loving, caretaker type people. So very fully fleshed out characters. So
nice.
I am deep in that world right now. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm probably going to get these. We'll see. If I do, likely I will. I'll let you know. You guys know when they come in what I think. Next thing I have is Romantasy-Con dropped a lot of news since we last talked. First thing is that they're going to do a Romantasy-Con in Edinburgh, Scotland. I was very excited.
So amazing.
It's going to be July 15th and 16th of 2027. And the tickets for that drop, or they go on sale April 18th. On their Instagram, on the Fabled Fantasy Instagram posts, they said there are going to be more details on their website, but their website is also under construction. So it's not fully updated yet. There's not any more details really than that.
The suspense.
I know. I believe it's going to be basically like the other Romantasy-Con. There's going to be panels. There's going to be authors. There's going to be like immersive events. I assume like a ball, that kind of thing. It'll be interesting. I think the call is out now for like authors to submit if they're wanting to go, authors and
vendors.
Yeah, vendors and all that stuff. If they're wanting to participate in it. I'm really curious as to who's going to be there and how that's going to go. It would be really cool to go to Scotland, but also very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, an excuse to go. Like, I've wanted to go to Scotland. I've wanted to go to Edinburgh. I mean, we'll see. Summertime is a nice time to not be in the hot South. So.
Absolutely. It's got to be a lot of history there too. If you are you like putting it on your agenda?
I'm thinking about it. It would be interesting, but I'm trying to decide. Here's my thing. On the one hand, it would be the push to go to Edinburgh that I've wanted to go to Scotland, so it'd be the push to go. But on the other hand, like, if I'm there, am I going to want to do book con stuff that I can do here with maybe some of the same authors that I can see here? Or am I going to want to do Edinburgh things? You know what I mean? Am I going to want to do the whole touristy Edinburgh thing? And maybe like do day trips to like Loch Ness, and all that stuff. So I don't know yet. Honestly, I have not fully decided. I guess I have less than a month to decide.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if money and time were were not at all a factor, well, heck yeah. But there's real life to contend with. So we'll see. Ideally, sure, it would be great.
Nice. Keep us posted.
Yeah. Also, Fable Fantasy Romantasy-Con announced the dates for next year's Orlando Romanticon. It's going to be October 28th
Ugh.
through the 29th.
What was with the?
It's just so close to Halloween.
I like it like that.
No, I know. So listen, I don't disagree, but the hotels are already a crazy price because it's October, because so many of the theme parks are doing events. And I don't know.
It's I'm going to guess that the venue that they had, that they used for this one it's either they've outgrown it or, and so I think in year one, it was only in the two spaces, downstairs, upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And then year two, downstairs, upstairs, and then what was it, the Flamingo Lounge or whatever it was across the pool? I mean,
We haven't said that, but yes, it's going to be in a different hotel. So it's going to be at the, I don't know how to say this in English. Caribe Royale is what I would say in Spanish. Carib Royale.
I love that you were just like, okay, how can I channel my as Caucasian as I can?
Caribe is like a title. It's like indigenous people
it's
word.
Okay.
And then Royale, I'm thinking like French. I don't know. I have not looked up the website for this hotel. I don't know what theme they're going for. It's CARIBE ROYALE hotel.
BEROY.
In the area.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I didn't fully process the name like as I read it, so I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this either they outgrew the venue or like something triggered the move. It may just be that the venue they normally book was like, hey, we had enough of you book people. Get out of here. And then when they looked for another venue, because it's a successful book con.
Yeah.
I say that not knowing what we don't have insight into their profits, but the people are there. People show up for it. The authors show up for it. A good amount of people show up for it. It's in a great
I think that
area.
I think that the people who worked at the hotel, from what I heard, it was positively, they had a positive experience about it. Like they were excited about it last year. And I think it was a success for Table Fantasy. And I didn't have any particular issues.
I mean, this does seem to be a massive resort. I'm just kind of looking at the pictures, whereas I think the previous hotel was, kind of widely V-shaped. So maybe it had like two big sides. I think this has two of them.
Is it still in the same area as far as like proximity to
Disney Springs and stuff? Yeah. I do think it said that it was in the Disney Springs area, but I didn't actually look at it on the map, which is what I'm about to do because it
looks delightful.
My level of anxiety.
Oh yeah. They also maintain a fancy Starbucks there. Yeah, it doesn't
caffeine needs.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Like looking at it looks
looks very fancy.
The other hotel wasn't bad either. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's not.
Hopefully
it's not like
they outgrew it in a size thing.
Absolutely, it's a ways away from Disney Springs.
Is it?
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say this looks closer to Disney, like Disney itself. In Orlando. Sorry, my thing is not.
Yeah, so I think I
mean, it's 10 minutes, my love.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like 10 minutes, you got to get in a car and go.
You can't walk to Disney Springs the way we did before.
Which is
that's a bummer. Mm-hmm. But for my wallet, this hotel surprisingly looks less expensive in that time frame. Now they're going to jack it up because of the event.
Yeah.
But I will be very upset if they do something like astronomical about it because the first thing I did was look at the hotel prices. And they're way cheaper in October at the new hotel versus the old hotel.
What are they right now?
Like $200.
What? You should probably book it with cancellation.
No, it's not going to
let me
book out a year and a half advance.
Sometimes they do.
No, they really don't.
Dang. All right, we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah. And I mean, maybe they'll do bigger things like maybe they'll have more space at the hotel itself. So maybe they'll do bigger things or more events or something at the hotel. Which honestly,
I was going to say the rooms look bigger.
Not that much because we do stuff during the day and it's nice to recover at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping for more puppet shows at these events. If you're a listener and you have a puppet, we should have a puppet. Yeah, we should have a puppet meetup. Bring your puppets. Bring your sock puppets. If you don't have sock puppets, just bring a sock.
Why'd you make it weird?
Sorry, I'm a foot guy.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
The
I'm not.
audacity.
If you're a listener and you approach me with feet, get out of here. I could not
Like,
know.
well, you said.
I know. It is the opposite.
The lies that he just spewed.
Yeah.
Wild.
All right. So next bit of news we have is that Legendary Entertainment, which is the studio that did Dune and Interstellar, they're the studio that's going to be doing the Alchemized movie.
That's going to be a movie?
Yes. I did see that. Did I send that to you?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
That's-
I did see that. That's big news.
It's going to be a movie, though? I had no idea.
I knew it was being adapted. I didn't know if it was a movie or a series because there are so many announcements.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be a movie or a series, but however it's going to be. It's going to be done by them, which, I mean, makes me think movie if they did movies. I don't know. Maybe if they've done TV shows too, I don't know. So, but either way, I mean, I still haven't read it. I need to. But I mean, that's some good clout behind it.
Yeah.
That book is, I'm not going to read that book. Don't talk to me about reading that. I'm not going to read that book. I have touched that book. That book has Bible pages. That's how many words is in it. They were like, we can't send this volume of words out into the world. It won't ship anywhere. The only way to do this is to use either less words, which they didn't, or thinner paper. And they put that paper on a diet.
So
Put the paper on the diet.
How many pages of Dungeon Carla Corral have you read?
I do not want to. That thing comes in. Each book gets thicker. Do they do that on? Like, this is a legit
They get
question.
you hooked? What are you saying? What?
Do they do it on purpose?
Yes.
Do they make it thicker and thicker and thicker as you go?
I mean, I think the story just grows. Have you ever listened to Matt talk about it?
No, but I can say that as I read through them, they definitely get thicker. What am I on? I'm on the
Sixth?
Fifth? I'm on the Eye of the Bedlam Bride right now. So Kelly, you're reading the series too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one are you up to?
I don't remember. I kind of stopped reading it.
No worries. Ashley, I think I got Ashley on book 1.
I am on book 1. I've just not had audiobook time recently. So I haven't gotten to indulge in it recently.
And then we just have to get Mari into...
My local book club almost had it as the book club for
It's a wild ride. Don't get me wrong. It's you know what it is? It's an easy read.
Oh.
Well, it is drugs. But it's also an easy read. Like, it's not something you have to invest in, if that makes sense. At least in book 1, we're not talking physics here.
Sorry.
Although the book could kill a person, I think.
That was yeah. It could. I don't know how many pages is this book?
You're very hyper focused on this.
All right.
It's not that bad. This uses the thick page. It's 800 pages for this
one book?
For this one
book.
And how many have you read?
I'm on 6. Okay, so that's all.
800 times 6 is what?
Not all 800. So most of them are less. This ain't no Crescent City stuff here.
I know that Shenlin Yu was pushed to break up Alchemized into more than one book, and she wanted it as one full story.
Yeah, she said no. Said no, thank you.
Yeah. Whew. Godspeed.
So I will get there. I haven't been in the place mentally to quite be that ready for that. So,
but that studio did a good job with Dune and Interstellar. I thought, at least.
I honestly haven't seen Interstellar. Kelly, did you see Interstellar?
Yes, you saw it too.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh
it just didn't impress her. That's what we're hearing.
I'm sorry. My brain is not great for details. I really don't remember it. I remember Dune. I'm excited about the new Dune, but I really don't remember it. I'll have to rewatch that sometime.
Are they doing Dune to Dune soon?
Dune to Dune Dune?
Dune. They're doing Dune, right? Okay. I like that. That's happening though?
Yeah.
December.
I think it comes out this year, right?
Yeah,
December. Hot dog.
It's a Dune Christmas. It's a Dune Christmas.
Yeah, I love it.
Dune the Halls with Shai Halud. Okay, next bit of news we have is Danielle L. Jensen has a new duology set to debut this year. She wrote Fate, Inked, and Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be called Defy the Dusk. It is a post-apocalyptic fantasy duology, and she pitched it as Snowpiercer meets Mad Max, set in a world where the survivors of an apocalypse have banded together in high-speed convoys that must outrun the dusk or face what rises in the dark.
Oh my.
I might like this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's the tism in me or the train on this screen, but this shit looks good.
Did you watch Snowpiercer?
I did. I didn't watch the series. I watched the movie,
so
and I did like what was the food movie? Ash, where they ride a train to the city.
I don't know.
From the other states that are at war.
No.
They ain't got no food.
The Hunger Games?
That's the one.
What the fuck?
The
food movie.
It's a movie about food. Anybody got no food?
I'm so done with you right now. This is you. No.
That was a good train. They had a good train in that movie.
Tell me I'm lying. Was completely derailed. Completely.
I like how you're tying it all together. Let's get the thing back on track.
So yeah, I'm excited about it. Like, I loved Snowpiercer. I thought it was really interesting, and I like what I've read of hers so far. It's just the one duology, but yeah, it's coming out November 3rd. There's a special edition at Books A Million. There's a special edition at Barnes & Noble. There are no covers out anywhere. I think the cover's supposed to be released next week.
Dang.
So,
Who's her publisher?
I do not know.
I wonder if I accidentally bought that one.
November 3rd, 2026?
They pushed the book that I had ordered back. And they said the publisher wasn't releasing it on that. Maybe I bought that one accidentally. That would be, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's called, what's it called? Ash on the Wind?
Defy the Dusk.
Oh, Defy the Dusk.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm looking, it just says like words on a screen here for me.
Not the words.
Yeah, the Danielle Jensen book, definitely ordering. I'm going to pre-order that one real quick.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to pre-order it now or if I'm going to wait for the actual cover to come out, because I'm sure there'll be some differences between the covers in the two places. So I'm just like, because they're both special editions. So I'm just like, which one am I going to get? So I don't know.
Decisions to
No. Either way, I'm pretty sure going to pre-order it. Hopefully one of the special edition ones. We'll see which one. Next bit of news I have is the 12 Loves of Christmas. Which I know it's early.
Never too early for Christmas. Don't you know? They're never too early for Christmas, Mari.
It's an Advent romance collection by three authors. Olivia Dade, which is how I found out about this because I obsessively
you
stalk
like
everything
her.
she does. Elise Bryant and Alexandria Bellafleur. It releases September 29th, 2026, and it's basically short stories. I don't think they're interconnected or anything, but they're short stories where you can like open the book, open the short story, and do like one per, as an advent calendar, you read a short story.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah. It looks really cute. I think I'll be getting that one. I haven't read anything by the other two authors, but I've liked everything I've read by Olivia Dade. So I'm sold.
Very fun.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Abigail Owens had big news as well. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Such big news.
Yeah.
Yay, Abigail.
So her Games God's Play has been optioned for TV by Amazon.
Oh.
Yes. Very exciting.
Amazon's doing a good job, man. Just stepping up to the plate.
Yep. Yeah. So I hope it comes to fruition. I hope it's what she wants it to be. I hope it's what, hope we get a good show out of it. I enjoyed the books, and I think depending on how they're done, and who they're done by and all, I think they could be really good TV shows. So.
Agreed. I wonder if they're going to do it animated at all.
I don't know. She didn't say anything.
She didn't. Yeah, no, so early.
Yeah. Don't know.
It's very exciting for her.
Yeah.
We love Abigail.
So, of course, that's super early. No timelines on that or anything yet. A last bit of news I have is A Conspiracy of Charming Monsters by Holly Black. It's an illustrated short story collection of stories or tales set in Elfheim. It looks really cute, and I will probably end up getting it. I'm not the world's biggest short story fan. I do like that world that she created a lot, and usually she gets really good artists to do her illustrations, so they're probably going to be really pretty to look at.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Probably going to get me there. Any other news anybody might have?
I don't have any other.
No, I don't think. I think you covered it. It was a busy week.
Yeah, a lot. Okay, so on to the movie. So the movie that we watched, depending on how and where you find it, is either called I Am Dragon, or He's a Dragon, or He is Dragon in English, or On Drakon in Russian, or I'm not going to say it in German, but the German version of the name translates to Dragon, Love is a Scary Tale.
So sorry.
So this is
Love
a
is a
Russian
scary tale.
This is a Russian romantic fantasy adventure film that was released in 2015. And we chose it because it was time for us to watch a movie. We hadn't done a movie episode in a while. And Kelly, you suggested it, right?
It was.
How'd you find out about it, Kelly?
I don't remember.
Yeah. So I had heard of it from Sarah because she mentioned it, Sarah from Hissin and Kissin, because she mentioned it in the Dragon episode that they did. She watched this movie and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then it kind of left my brain. And then Kelly mentioned it again and I'm like, oh yeah, I think we were all interested in watching it. So, very short synopsis that I found, and then we'll get into details. So it's in the midst of a wedding, Princess Miroslava is kidnapped by a dragon and carried away to his home on a remote island. Straightforward, to the point.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that short.
It absolutely is that short. But like, I think it's because, it's translated and there's like multiple titles and the details are very nebulous. They kind of go all over the place. So I will say that the director is Indar Zendubayev.
Oh.
These are all Russian people.
Yeah.
I do not speak Russian. I am not Ilya. So excuse my pronunciation. It was written by Alexei Arsenov and Marina Dyshenko and Sergei Dyachenko. And the actors are Matvey Lykov is Arman, Mariah Pozava is Miroslava, and Stanislav Lyubshin is Igor. So, what did we think of it?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So I noticed that you had mentioned a multitude of versions. Did you all see this in English?
No.
Okay, good.
You're like,
I'm not
did
alone.
I watch the right one?
I was like, that was a close one for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes. What are you talking about?
Could you imagine? Oh my God.
We turned this movie on, and it started rolling. and Kelly, were your ears ringing? Because I was like, how did Kelly pick the one movie I got to read? I was like, this is.
He was set up.
I was like, these motherfuckers.
They don't read with my eyes.
I don't read. I try to read with my ear holes. And I had a moment here where I was like, all right, we're watching a movie. Here we go. I thing came on, and I think I stopped it. I was like, "What, baby? We got the right one. We're looking at the right place. What's going on here?" And she's like, "No, I think this is it." And I was like, "Okay, maybe it's just one of those movies where they start off and they're like, oh yeah, start off like this, but then it like transitions." So it didn't transition. I don't know if you noticed.
I did.
But I had made up my mind. I was not going to read this movie. I watched it with my heart. So the perspective that I will offer you is imagine not speak. Well, you know what it's like to not speak that language, but I took that story. I drank that story in
So
just
tell
from.
us, Jonathan, what happened in the movie then? In your
Yeah,
version?
baby, what happened?
Okay.
Tell us. Tell me more.
If you thought the Food Train movie was off the rails, here's what I took from this. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Why is it always fucking winter? That's number one. So dragon comes and then gets the what I thought was like sacrificial. And then somebody got pissed off because they're like, hey, you sacrificed that, but that was not your broad to sacrifice. I need to get that broad back. So he's like, fuck it. I'm going to get this dragon. So then he goes to Russia. Thor goes and kills and kills this dragon. And then like yay, no more dragons. This is cool. But then somehow, and this is where like things took a turn for me because I was like, I'm not quite sure what's happening right now. Somehow, Dragon is like, hey, I'm back, right?
JK.
And then they go to this guy lives in a rock. And I'm like, why doesn't he have any clothes? He's got really good clothing. So then I got like this mental sidetrack because I was like, what happens when the Incredible Hulk hulks and his clothing, right? Because the energy it takes to expand, do you know how, like you would just erupt with on fire, right? But I was like, okay, hold on, this is a dragon, so there's fire involved, so the energy's got to be going there. And I was like, well, I didn't hear them say it. Did you read it? Is he warm naturally?
You're telling us.
Okay, because I didn't
telling
see
us
it.
this story.
I think he's got to be warm because then they don't have no insulation on this rock. And then she was like, yeah, no, she was like, if you want, and then she was like, I'm out of here. And he was like, wait. And then
I think you skipped a part.
wait, I don't think so. No, he said, I'm out of here. And he was like, wait, you can't go. And then she was like, you dropped me. And then he was like, I dropped myself right in the water. And he was just like at the cusp of the water. And was there like a ferret or something like that could have saved him? But then she was like, I'm going to leave you to die. And then the story would have been over. But then that's not what happened. She said, I guess I'll fucking save you, you fucking helpless man. And she drug him 6 inches up. And then shit was cool. And then now they're living together. And she's like, well, if we're going to do this whole, like, you know, amphibian, I don't know if that's the word, a lizard and, you know, lizard lady relationship thing, I'm going to need some furniture. And so they went to the local IKEA, which is arguably, like, I don't know if you have this type of resource in your town, but it's just a bay of like floating doodads. Like, you need an end table, you just pluck it out of the ocean. Right? I was like, what the hell? So they got
endless supply of stuff.
Yeah. So now their house looks like a market, a bazaar. Right? They got like, you remember when you were in university, did you ever have like, you're like, I need a bookshelf. I don't have money. So I'm just going to screw this milk crate that I stole from Publix to the wall. That's kind of like the way their house is set up, except they got like scarves for tapestries and stuff. And this is cool. And then they did the whole Beauty and the Beast thing. And he's like, you're out of here. Go home. And so she went. And then they were like, welcome back. Let's get married. Sacrifice. I think because it's like they put her on a sacrifice sled, which I don't get. I'm like, you didn't fucking learn your lesson, but you're like, throw her out there. Let's make sure this is how this works. I'm pretty sure. And then she was like, she got out there and she was like, lullaby time. And it's like a dog whistle for the dragon, which I fully believe is a wyvern, if I'm following my dragon lore.
I said the same thing to Kelly. I'm like, that is a wyvern, not a dragon. Go ahead.
Continue.
So then he's like, I'm going to kill you, dragon. And then somebody was like, nah, let him go. And he like said, stopped it. And then the dragon flew off. And then she was like, hey, I want to, you got to remember who I am. I'm your lady, because I'm your lady. And then she booped him and it was all good.
Did boop him. I forgot about the booping.
That's what I got out of that. How close was I? Did you?
So first and foremost, I would like to petition for this to be a regular segment of ours, at least quarterly, where we make Jonathan watch a movie.
In a foreign tongue?
With his eyes only.
But yeah. I mean, how do you watch movies?
No, because
I don't want to read movies.
I understand. And you couldn't hear it. So this was so entertaining to me in this moment that it made watching that movie, which was unbearable with him.
It wasn't an unbearable movie. It was an unbearable movie with me.
Yes, you.
I want to be very clear.
Unbearable.
It wasn't, and I didn't even not like the movie. I was like, I found myself trying to figure out Russian halfway through it. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? I refuse to read this. So, there, yeah, my bad.
I don't think you were too far off. You were a little off, but not like. I think you were in the same area.
You were not too far off. So they used to sing the song to call the dragons. They sacrificed their maidens for the dragons. The dragons would come and get them. And the dragons would like burn the brides and with their dragon fire, and that's how they got dragon babies. And yeah, they did that, and the guy that loved the chick went and like rescued her and killed the dragon. So supposedly all the dragons are dead. So when Mira, who's not a princess, I think she's like the daughter
The
of
Duke's
a duke.
daughter? Yeah.
So when Mira goes to get married, she's on the sled or whatever, and Igor's
The
pulling her
sacrifice
across.
sled. And they pop her out on that sumbitch.
It was one of, I don't know whose idea it was to sing that song. And I think it's because Igor's is the grandson or the great-grandson of the guy who killed the last dragon, supposedly.
100% traditional. I think it was his idea, actually, to sing the song.
I think it was to boost him. He was like, let's sing the dragon song. And they did. And the dragon's like,
the guy that she was
mine.
supposed
There's
to
one
marry.
left, and that one's my treat.
Tasty treat.
What a morsel.
So,
yeah, I think you got it.
Yeah,
you were pretty dang close there.
The dragon didn't have a name. She gave him a name. It's Arman. She figures out.
That's nice to know. I had no idea that guy had a name.
Yep. She figures out we figure out that Armand is the dragon. The magic supposedly is like the only thing that can bring Igor to the island to rescue her is if she loves him, if she loves Igor. And so Igor never finds her.
She wants him to, or something like
so
she had to want it bad enough.
Initially, I don't know if she wanted to stay with the dragon, but she didn't want to go back to Igor. Yeah. And they have their time on the island. Armand tells the story of how he was like the last dragon left.
I thought what was interesting was how, he talked about how he didn't want to be a dragon.
Right.
And I think that's probably what humanized him to her was he explained, when he was a child, he had made the decision not to become a dragon because it is a choice, and how he was resisting it and his father was disappointed in him. And then his father was killed by Igor's ancestor, right? The grandfather.
Yeah.
And he kind of flew into a rage. It was probably like a revenge plot to an extent. So he made, a rash decision to become the dragon and then regretted it after the fact. He didn't want to hurt people. He didn't want to be alone.
Yeah, so he would go to that small hole area when he was turning into a dragon and trap the dragon there until he could turn back into a man and get out the hole,
Right. Basically exhaust himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was just really an important part of the story, because how do you fall in love with a monster, right? You see the humanity.
Yeah.
And she was quick to do that. And I think it helps too that he followed her around like a puppy.
Yes.
She was pretty. I probably would have followed her around too.
Yeah.
But she was very nice. She didn't take advantage of him, She did seem very interested in him. I think the making of the rock a home with all of the plethora of shipwreck items, I don't know, was super convenient.
Yeah.
I was good until
teaching him to be a human.
Right.
This is how humans live.
Yeah. Yeah. And how dare he get mad at her for having a backup plan?
Yeah.
That's a very rational, reasonable response.
Right.
But he also probably handled that as well as he was going to without having, any relationships or companionships growing up to teach him emotional maturity.
Right.
So that was as good as it was going to go.
I agree. And then she does end up leaving and going back and agreeing to marry Igor. And then halfway across the water again, she decides, nope, I love the dragon. And she sings the song. She sings the song,
right. I feel like we missed some context somewhere because Igor does go after her, right, to an extent. And they're quote, trapped in the fog. They're not getting through the fog. And it's basically because she's not yearning for him, I guess, to come rescue her, whether it's love or not. I'm not sure if that translated appropriately. But there's another man on the boat with Igor, the second in command. And Igor's like, bro, let's go home. This is bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. People are going to die. And the second in command kind of gives him shit for it. Bro, this is your legacy. You're supposed to be out here. How are you going to go home without her? But in the same vein, he says something like, I'm here to protect the legacy.
Yeah, the honor of your family or whatever.
The honor of your family. Thank you. Which makes me wonder what happened in that first go round with the grandfather.
Right.
That seemed sus.
I agree. And
so and in that vein, now that I think about it a little bit more, sorry to cut you off, how did Igor's grandfather get to the island if Lady Friend was already dead?
Right.
Or had died?
Right. And in the way it was shown, it wasn't shown him killing a dragon. It was him killing an older man.
Right.
Igor's grandfather just
Arman.
killing another man. Yeah.
Yeah. Who ended, I mean, it was the dragon, right? It was Arman's
it's not like he was in
father.
his big bad dragon form.
Right,
you know?
right. So that's all very interesting. And I wonder if it's like a plot hole of sorts or, like a translation issue.
So,
Not really.
No?
I don't think so.
Tell me more.
No, so I think that when you look at classic literary devices and you have the like dishonored prince, dishonored son, or whatever, there's always the loyal, steadfast man at arms that's the one that actually upholds the family honor or whatever that's doing that. So that's the role that character, the helmsman, played in the movie. Was he played the loyal man at arms, loyal to the family, loyal to the honor of the family, even though the prince, son, etc., is a complete douchebag.
Got it.
Got to keep the bread in line.
And then it's kind of hinted, you see like the looks between, like the camera would pan from the helmsman to
Mira's
the other sister.
Yeah.
So like maybe there was something going on there.
I think so too. I agree. There was something definitely going on there. And of course, all that made me look deeper. And I'm like, surely this is based on something, right? So I looked. It is based off of a book.
Okay.
The book was written by two of the people who wrote the movie. So the book was written by Marina and Sergei Dyachenko in 1996 in Russia.
Okay.
The book is called The Ritual. And so I was like, surely this movie's out. Surely there's a translation. There is no English translation anywhere. However, I did find a Spanish translation, which is on its way to me. So
Mari will report back.
And I will report back if there's any more depth. I need to know about the sister. Yeah, the sister and the man at arms. I was like, there's more there.
Yeah, I'd like some closure there for sure.
So
I feel like we gave the English translation tonight on the show.
Just got it done.
In and out, right? Like that. My goodness.
The other thing I hope that the book explains is exactly why were they summoning the dragon to eat 4 or 5 girls. Like the dragon only appeared when summoned, so was he like terrorizing the countryside? It didn't seem that way. So
no,
what's going on? Why even messing with the dragon?
Is this like a sacrificial lamb for like good, harvest or something?
Or maybe it was like a once a generation thing, or every 10 years or something, where like, hey, we'll give up a couple broads. You leave us alone.
It's, it's like here's the plot device. We don't have to explain it. You just accept it as is. But in traditional fantasy stories where there involves a dragon and a princess and a kidnapping, it's usually because the dragon is terrorizing the countryside or whatever.
Yeah, like a bribe or something.
That's a really good point that I didn't think about. I was just like, oh yeah, they give up their ladies.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what did the village get out of this deal?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like peace for X amount of time, but how funny that like I didn't think about that at all. I was just like, oh, this is totally normal. let's get rid of some ladies. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh
man.
Internalized problems are real.
The way I'm questioning my own sanity right now is wild.
So I will report back. I think it's supposed to be here like next week. So I will read it. Although I read much slower in Spanish than I do in English, but I will read it and I will report back.
I'm very excited for part 2.
Yeah. I did look up some other little tidbits and facts about it. The cool scene at the beginning where they had the big like dragon imagery in the snow.
Yeah.
Remember that? So that was actually done by Simon Beck, who's a famous snow artist. So he came to Russia for the first time ever and created that huge dragon image. It was 130-meter diameter, created just for the shooting of the opening of the film.
Fascinating.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that I saw this on the little trivia thing I looked up online, but I actually got what was happening. I told Kelly, I'm like, oh, it's a dragon fruit. So the fruit that Arman leaves out for Mira to eat when he like leaves her breakfast was a dragon fruit.
Yeah, it was. For some reason, I thought it was like a passion fruit, but now that you say it out loud, I feel like a dummy. That's absolutely correct.
I was like, I see what they did there.
I see.
And then the other thing that I did not get is that the red berries that they used on like where they were decorating the sacrifices are rowan berries, which are they're like a folklore tradition that's supposed to protect against evil. So I don't know why you would do that and then summon the dragon. I need more. I need to know more.
So much contradiction happening.
I wonder if it's like a game. If it's like you ever try to like play keep away with like a little kid, you're just like, you can't get it. And so they slide the bait boat out there and then the dragon comes and like, quick, bring her in, there, come on. And they're like, ha ha, got you, dragon. But they just suck at the game.
No, I don't think that's what happened at all.
Losing.
That's the Jonathan version.
That's the Jonathan version. Yeah.
Jonathan cut.
You're right. I didn't pick up on that. Like the whole, like, because why would you, if you could avoid it, they had like a whole arena for this. It was, I mean, but also
use your words.
Okay. I got you. Yeah. Use my inside things, but make them outside. Groundhog Day.
I don't get it.
Right? Because they always slide the sacrifice sled out there in the wintertime.
Oh, to bring spring back.
To bring spring back, maybe. They got to be like, all right, that's my bet, Mari.
Yeah, sacrifice for spring to come? I mean, that's...
Yeah, we need rebirth. So
I thought that the red berries were like pomegranate seeds. I thought it was like a Persephone and Hades kind of, with like the necklaces and whatnot. But I will report back after reading.
Yeah, I'm going to need to know.
And I will let you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all in all, I like this movie a lot. Like it felt like a good classic fantasy movie, where it's not just all action or all romance or all, fantastical elements. It had a good mix of everything. It's like Princess Bride, which got a good mix of everything. It didn't have much humor in it, but it still had a good mix of different genres where I think it pulls to different types of people who are looking for different kinds of stories. There's a little bit of something for everybody. I like the Russian folklore imagery. That was something kind of not as common in fantasy movies. It gave me a lot of vibes of Shadow and Bone, which has a lot of that type of clothing and imagery too, which I really liked. Yeah, I liked it. I'm glad I watched it. It was a good fun watch, and I would recommend to anyone. But yes, it is one you have to read. For now. I mean, maybe there'll be a different version that comes out. Maybe someone will do a dubbed version or something, but you have to read it for now.
It was, I think, like, it hit me as like so it was weird because the special effects for the dragon weren't shitty.
Yeah, apparently
Correct.
It's like the best special effects even to date that's come out of Russian cinema.
Interesting.
And then like the whole like movie itself, like the shots and the cinematography is very like Three Men and a Baby kind of like quality. It was weird to see that like mashup. Like I got like that 90s, late 80s, mid 90s movie cinema vibe out of it. But then the special, I was like, well, that's not a puppet. What's happening here?
That 90s, 80s fantasy vibe is tattooed in my soul. So that's fully speaking my language. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I got those vibes out of it as well. So
other takeaway, dragons burn a shit ton of calories, and that guy had like a 12-pack.
This is true.
One thing I did appreciate is that he wasn't super built. He wasn't buff. Like, yeah, he had muscles, like in his abs and stuff, because he was very like slender, but he wasn't like buff. We're not talking like
he wasn't Thor
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, this is how it should be. If you're that strong, like if you have dragon strength or like superheroes, if you have superhero strength, you're not building bulk muscle. You build bulk muscle by lifting heavy for you. If lifting like giant things of gold or whatever is easy for you, you're not going to build muscles out of it. So you're not going to look like a buff bodybuilder. You know what I mean?
I like that you tried to introduce science and,
I do this all the time because I'm like,
and biology.
These superheroes, like Marvel and stuff, look all built. I'm like, how are you built? Like, lifting that is nothing to you. You'd have to lift buildings every day to make muscles.
Not rationality. Mari.
Yeah.
What the heck?
But all the female superheroes are like super slender. and yet they're apparently just as strong. So I've thought about this. I've thought about this a lot.
You're like trying to deplatform the Incredible
Makes no
Hulk.
sense.
That's the whole premise.
Explícame. Make it make sense.
The Flash naturally is slender and lean, and I don't think Superman is very overbuilt. And I think Thor.
I think Batman should be built because he's a human.
Yeah, he also has rubber.
I don't know that Thor should be built. Although I guess you have the whole God thing rather than superpower. So
That's just better DNA than us.
Do you like chubby Thor? I like chubby Thor.
I'm not that big a fan of Thor at all. I'm just not a big Thor fan. Thor's
Gotcha.
fine.
I like Ragnarok
small
Thor.
doses.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Ash.
Yeah.
Is it a kissing book or a kissing story?
Yes.
I agree.
No notes. I got no. I don't have any reason but gut instinct on this one. But I do think I think initially it was definitely his humanity that stopped himself from, killing her initially. And, he had an intention not to continue his own line. Right. So killing her in that way didn't serve him. I don't think he could control himself actually when he was summoned that way.
And she had to learn to not be afraid of the dragon. And when she interacted with the dragon, it all really started to come together.
Yeah. I think there was an undeniable bond. It was a matter of whether they would get through it or not. And I think what they went through was just inevitable just because of his lack of, again, emotional intelligence, which is not his fault by any means. Right. So I think it was a kissing book.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Kissing book, same reason, no notes. If it hadn't been a kissing book, kissing story, the movie wouldn't have gone the way it did, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan, is the Jonathan cut a kissing story?
It's not. It's not. if she would have shut her mouth and not sang the song, she'd have been nothing.
Well, the first time she didn't sing the song. Everybody else did when she first got taken.
Yeah. I think they should have just left well enough alone. That dragon was cool where it was. And didn't that dragon try to commit suicide? Didn't he? He was when he was a boy and his dad got offed, he was like, there's a cliff. Let me jump off of this thing.
Oh, that was him deciding.
You have to jump off the cliff to accept your dragon, to become a dragon.
Oh, that's a suck-ass way to do shit. I thought it was default. I thought it was I'm checking out of this thing. Boom, self-exit. And then the dragon was like, I think not.
Okay, so you say no. Your version is no.
My version is no.
Kelly?
I think that if you say Beauty and the Beast is a kissing story, then this has to be too, because it's almost the same story.
Yeah, it's a retelling, absolutely. At least inspired by. I agree. All right, anything else we want to say about the movie before I go into maybe some other recommendation stuff?
You feel good, Jonathan?
Yeah, I feel good.
Okay. So as I was watching it, of course, I was like, hey, if you like this movie, what books would you like? And number one that came to mind was Rebecca F. Kenny's Merciless Dragons series. The first one is called Serpents of Sky and Flame. I wrote it wrong. Serpents of Sky and Flame, which we met Rebecca at Romanticon.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote Court of
Sugar and Spice. Yeah.
That
among
one did
other
not
things,
come to my brain very easily.
There's a Jack Frost one too, didn't she?
Yeah, and a Krampus one, and a Wizard of Oz one, and an Alice in Wonderland one. She's written a lot. She's written a retelling of Dorian Gray. There's a retelling of Portrait of Dorian Gray. There's a Phantom of the Opera retelling that she's got coming out soon. She did a Great Gatsby retelling, and she did a Wuthering Heights retelling. But she does this Merciless Dragon series, which is definitely a good mix of romance and fantasy. It's dragon shifter kind of situation. It's dragon kidnapping the female main character, but there's a whole story that happens behind it. If you like this movie, I would absolutely recommend that series. That's the closest to that movie that I have read, I think. Then there's also The Witch Slayer by Opal Rain. Opal Rain, who wrote the Dustwalker series books.
She does other things?
She does.
Ooh.
It's one book. It's
That's
a love
okay.
story between it's a witch who rescues this little like lizard thing and nurses him back to health. And then when the people come and do the whole burn the witch thing at her house, she's like, about to die, and the little lizard she rescued ends up like hulking out into a dragon and saving her.
Stop it right
Goes
now.
from there. Yeah.
Is it spicy?
Yes, it's Opal Rain. Yes.
The bar is high with Opal Rain.
Opal Rain, I don't think I've read anything not spicy by her. I haven't read everything she's done, but I don't think I've read anything not spicy. It's spicy and it's cute. It's a good story. Katie Roberts has a series. She's the one who did Neon Gods. She's got a series called Deal with the Demon, and I think it's the first one in that series, although they're not really, like, you can read them in any order. But I think the first one that came out in that series is called The Dragon's Bride. And so you have a dragon human hybrid person and then like a female main character. Also spicy. All of these are spicy. So
yeah.
if I'm recommending them, there's some, well, not all. I say that at least some level of spice. Then Kimberly Lemmings, Mead Mishaps. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Dragon, absolutely. At least the first and the third one were dragon vibes. We've read just the one for the book, for the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've read all three. They're good. The second one's a werewolf book, and the third one is a dragon again. But they're all in that wonderful, zany, Kimberly Lemming style.
Which is the best.
Yeah. Yeah. If you like any of her books, I would recommend reading all three of these for sure. Then there's Dragon Unleashed by Grace Draven. She wrote Radiance that we read.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And she's usually at Romanticon as well in Orlando. This one is a healer, like a woman who does healing, and a dragon type character. It's very much heavy on the fantasy kind of world side of it. It's part of a series. It's like the second one in a series, but you can absolutely read it as a standalone. It works fine. But the whole series is good. She does good fantasy books. I really like her style of fantasy books. And it's not terribly long. And then the last one I have, not really spice. This is the one that was like, well, this one doesn't have spice. That we read for the podcast was Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame.
Yeah.
By Neon Yang.
That was a good
spice,
one.
But yeah, definitely dragon love type situation. Any other dragon-y books or dragon movies or anything that you would recommend people who like this might enjoy?
Like transitioning back and forth? I don't. But I do have a dragon book series that I adore. It's called How to Train Your Dragon.
It is not the same.
It's not the same.
It's
The
not.
books are not the same as the
Not
movie.
at all
Encourage
the same
everybody to go out and
genre.
read them. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. And I'll probably make a little like image thing of this and post it sometime after this episode comes out. So if anyone's looking to look into those books or whatever. The book that this movie is based off, once again, is called The Ritual, or just Ritual in Russian. If you speak Russian, I guess you can get that version. It's called Ritual in Spanish. And like I said, I was hoping I'd be able to get like a digital version or something and read it before this episode, but it only exists as a book that I have to wait to arrive. The only other thing I'd recommend is Hissin and Kissin, episode 65, Dirty Dragons. It's where they do talk a little bit about this movie because Sarah watched this movie for that episode. So it's a fun podcast. Absolutely listen to it.
100%.
Yeah. Anything else, Dragon-y, or anything before I wrap it up?
I'm so proud of us for agreeing. It's
I
a
know.
kissing book.
Wait, I didn't agree.
You did.
I didn't. I said it's not.
But you didn't watch the same movie we watched.
I know.
Let's be honest.
I didn't read the same movie you read.
We need to figure out what other movie we're going to have Jonathan read in the future.
I'm good. I'm good.
So
If
much
you have
joy.
a suggestion for a movie that needs to be read, Amelie. Maybe we need to watch Amelie.
What? I gotta go. It's bedtime.
This is going to be a recurring thing.
At least once a quarter. We
Yeah.
give him a little bit of a break. But by like after Kansas, he'll forget about it. We'll make him do it
Yeah.
again.
I think we may do some more reading movies. We'll see.
I'm so excited. That was so much fun for me.
Okay, thanks for listening to Of Swords and Soulmates. Before we go, make sure to check out the show notes, rate, review, and subscribe to us on your podcast app of choice. It helps others to find us and let us know what you're enjoying. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, or Goodreads at Of Swords and Soulmates. Check us out on our website, ofswordsandsoulmates.com. If you'd like to offer a suggestion for a future episode, book, or topic, feel free to reach out to us on the DMs of any of those options. And if you want to read along with us as we prep for a new episode and get chapter-by-chapter interaction, join our Fable app book club by searching for the Of Swords and Soulmates book club. Now, before I tell you what we're doing next 2 weeks when you tune in again to listen to us, I will say we have a little bit of, not really reviews, but just stuff that I thought was cool. So I'm behind on these, but like in February, I posted Black History Month reads, and two of the authors that I suggested for people to look into was Elizabeth Stevens and Abel Regine, and they both like commented. Yeah, thankful to be included in it.
So nice.
Which, absolutely good books. They write lots of things, but they are both good sci-fi romance reads. Abel Regine has the Prime Mating Agency series, and Elizabeth Stevens has the Taken to Varaxia or Varaxia series, Voraxia. Those are fun reads. And then also in February, I got a random post from DJ Russo, a random message from DJ Russo to our podcast account, thanking us for like our enthusiasm and posting and her books and stuff.
Aww.
Yeah, she's the one that writes all the like femme fatale female monster books that I really like. There's several of those I really like, and she's got a new one out, and it is like a snake and a possum shifter. Her brain goes to fun places.
All right.
That one's coming out soon. I haven't read it yet, but I would say if the idea of something a little bit different from regular most monster romance, if you want some like female monsters to round out your monster reading, I would definitely check out some of her stuff.
Did she write that succubus book?
Yes. Like with the candy.
Yes. No sugarcoating it.
Yes, no sugarcoating it. I liked her Sink or Swim in that same series, which is like a female creature from the Black Lagoon and like a mafioso human dude. It's good times. Good times.
Hold on. Let me guess here. They were like, they fitted him for some cement loafers, tossed him in, and she was like, okay. Yeah, and literally sleeping with the fishes.
Punny tropes, yes.
Nice.
Absolutely. And then the last one was after I'd posted about the Crown of War and Shadow episode we did, J.R. Ward posted thanking us for covering it. So, very cool. All right. So now, last but not least, we hope you'll join us in 2 weeks for our next episode, when we will be either doing our first Choose Your Own Adventure episode, where we will each read a different book based around a topic and talk to you about it, or an in the works special top secret episode that we can't talk about yet.
Top secret.
Bum, bum, bum.
Super top secret.
We'll see what the fates decide. And
That's so
I will
exciting.
leave you with one quote from the movie. Be with the one you love. Trust your feelings and your heart. The rest is not important.
I listened to that whole movie. That quote was not in that movie. I was like, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any English
Yeah,
in
so
that
she was
movie.
like, I love the dragon.
That was actually really funny at the end. He was like, oh, that's what she
That's
wanted.
not what I meant.